This is my body transformation, and as a business entrepreneur, I have been able to get in the best shape of my life all from home so that I didn't have to sacrifice any time to go to the gym and I could spend more time to focus on my business. About 2 years ago, I went on a trip and it changed my life forever. I remember arriving at the hotel and it was the first time that I truly experienced freedom. You see, I could wake up at the time I wanted. I could go to the gym whenever I wanted, go to the ocean, and I completely fell in love with that experience. It was the first time in my life that I had no one on top of me, no boss telling me what to do. It made me want to be an entrepreneur and to have my own business. But you see, there was a problem. I was also out of shape. I was used to getting no attention from women whatsoever. I was used to getting no respect from men, and I didn't even respect myself. I remember one day I woke up, I went in my washroom and I just looked myself in the mirror and I started crying because I hated myself. I hated my body and I didn't like the way I lived. And that was the moment that it clicked for me. I needed to change. I needed to get in shape because I just couldn't live my whole life like this. So the next day I woke up and I was super motivated to go to the gym. I took the car, I parked the car, I got in there, but as soon as I entered the doors, I told myself that I would never ever go back to the gym. And the reason why was that it was packed with people. There was a line to go to the bench, the leg press. Every single machine were used and I just wasted hours out of my day. Hours that I wanted to focus on my business. So I completely canceled my membership. I bought every single thing I needed in order to work out at home. And I started to work out at home every single day. And truly it was the best option by far for me because my two goals were met. First of all, I was able to get in the best shape of my life. My life went from 10 to 100, but I was also able to focus entirely on my work. This is why if you are a business entrepreneur, you must work out at home. You simply don't have the time to go to the gym and you'll waste hours out of your day. When I first started to work out, I had no bench and my workout was simply not good. And the reason why was that I would do a bunch of movement on the floor. I would try to do bench press on the floor. And so I bought a bench and my training was just a lot better. My training was 10 times better because now I could do bench press and a bunch more exercise like this. So that's the first thing that I bought is a bench. But you see, when I first started to work out, I had no dumbbells. I would do a bunch of bodyweight exercise like squats, push-up, leg raise, which are good exercise, don't get me wrong, but I just didn't push myself as hard as I wanted. So I bought dumbbells and it just made a huge difference. I was able to push myself a lot harder and my workouts were 10 times better. My training was 10 times better now that I had this piece of equipment. That's the second thing that I bought are dumbbells. As I was younger, I was completely weak. I couldn't even do one pull-up and I was sick of that. I wanted to have better strength and I wanted to have a better body. So I started to make some research and I found out about the door frame pull-up bar. I bought the door frame pull-up bar and it just made a huge difference because now I was able to do the pull-up and the chin-up. This piece of equipment is one of my favorite ones because it allows me to become strong and have a better body. So that's the third thing that I bought. But you see, I would do a bunch of shitty movement with bad form and I thought that my movements were perfect and were excellent. But it was simply not the case. And so I bought a mirror and my workout was just a lot better because now I had a way to review my movement. I saw that my movements were bad and my form was shitty and I was able to change that because now I had a mirror. And that is the beauty of working out at home. You don't need a bunch of equipment in order to feel amazing in your body and in order to have great workouts. You can find all of these pieces of equipment at Walmart, Target, any big store like this. You will find every single thing that you need. I bought all of this at Walmart, but any big store near you, you'll find everything that you need. Just real quick, if you're a busy entrepreneur, a busy professional, I can help you to get in the best shape of your life, all from home, without sacrificing any time to go to the gym. Go click the link in the description right now to get my one-to-one coaching, and I will make sure that you get in the best shape of your life and that you achieve this goal. Imagine this. I was this skinny guy that was getting no attention from women whatsoever, that was getting no respect from men, and I didn't even respect myself. And I was sick of that. So I started to make some research and I found out about the V-shape. And truly, it changed my life forever because now that I'm in that shape, I can attract the kind of women that I want. I can get the respect from men and I respect myself a lot more now that I have this shape. I focused on the back, the upper pec, the side delts, the neck and the lower abs. And now let's talk about some exercise that I do every single day in order to target these parts of my body. For the back, since I first started to work out, I did the pull-up every single day. And the reason why was that I used to work with a colleague of mine that was very attractive. I had a huge crush on her and I wanted to make her my girlfriend. One day, I went to work with her and she told me that she liked big, massive back, and that was the moment that it clicked for me. I started to do the pull-up every single day because I wanted to have a massive back. But you see, after a month, it wasn't even about my colleague. It was just that I saw such a massive back transformation that I wanted to continue to do that exercise. That's the first exercise that I do every single day. When I was younger, I used to do a lot of push-up. But you see, I wasn't a fan of that exercise at all. And the reason why was that it focused on the lower part of my chest and it just gave me a saggy look that I didn't want. And so I wanted to have the masculine upper chest. So what I did is I started to do the decline push-up. I would put my feet on a bench, on a chair, and then I would do the push-up, and it was perfect because it targeted the area that I wanted. That's the second exercise that I do every single day, and I highly suggest you try it. But you see, there was a problem. My shoulder wouldn't grow. I tried a bunch of different exercises and nothing would work. And I knew of the benefit that I would have on my body to have massive shoulder. Eventually, I went on a trip with one of my muscular friends, and I just decided to ask him, how do you build such massive shoulder? And guess what he told me? He told me that he wouldn't train them once a week like I was doing, but every single day. And so I tried it. I did the lateral raise every single day. And for the first time in my life, my shoulder were growing. I had bigger side delts. That's the third exercise that I do, is the lateral raise. In high school, I used to be bullied by my own friend. And the reason why was that I just looked weak. I was the easy target because I had a skinny neck and I just looked like a little boy. But you see, I was sick of that. I wanted to look more masculine and I wanted to get respected by men. So I started to make some research and I found out about the neck training. I found out about the neck curls. So I started to do this every single day and it changed my life forever. Now I had a bigger neck and men started to respect me. I looked more masculine and I respected myself a lot more. There's two ways that I started to do the neck curls. I did it laying on my back, where I would put the weight on the front of my head and to target the front part of my neck. And I would also do it on my chest, where I would put the weight on the back of my head and it would target the back part of my neck. These are the two ways that I did the neck curls, and I highly suggest you do these two exercises. As I was younger, I saw all those guys with great genetics getting all the attention from women. But you see, I didn't have great genetics. I didn't have a six-pack. And I was sick of that. I wanted to have a better body. I wanted to start to be more attractive and to have a six-pack. So I started to make some research and I found out about six-pack abs guaranteed workout. I would do the 1 hour workout once per week, but I saw no results on my abs. So I changed my approach. Instead of training them once, 1 hour per week, I trained them 10, 15 minutes every single day. And I'm telling you, in 2 months, I had the six-pack. The way to have a six-pack isn't to train them once 1 hour per week. You want to train them just 5-10 minutes every single day, and that is how you build a six-pack. Now what I do are 50 leg raise, and then I do 10 hanging leg raise. I do 2 series every single day without fail. And I'm telling you, if you do these 2 exercises every single day, in 2 months, you will have a six-pack. That is my promise. But you see, there was a big problem. My workouts were just far too long. I would do 4 sets for every single exercise, and my workout would last 2 hours, 2 hours and a half. But you see, I didn't want that. I wanted to spend more time to work on my business. So what I did is I went down to 2 sets of failure. And truly it was perfect because first of all, my workouts were fast, effective, and I was gaining muscle since I was going to failure. But in order to really go to failure for a week straight, I only went to 1 set to see what I was truly capable of, to see my real potential. Because during that week, my brain bullied me to push harder because it knew that I only had 1 shot at this. This allowed me to see what I was truly capable of, to see my real failure, and then I went to 2 sets. If you are a business entrepreneur, you need fast, effective workouts because you don't have much time to train. So do this, do 2 sets of failure, and you will have what you want. But you see, there was another problem. I was not consistent at all. I'd work out for a week, and then I would stop for a month. And the reason behind that was that I knew nothing about how to stay consistent until I read that book. The book is called Atomic Habits, and it changed my life forever. For the first time, I discovered about stacking habits. I'll give you an example. At 6 a.m., I wake up. From 6:30 to 12, I do my deep focused work. From 12 to 12:30 I eat, and then from 12:30 to 1:30 I work out. You see, I stacked working out on top of something that I do every single day, which is eating. And this allowed me to stay consistent. Think about your routine right now. How could you stack working out on top of that routine? And I promise, if you do that, you will just be far more consistent. My identity was very bad when I was younger. Whenever I would work out, I would swim upstream. My identity was pushing against my action. I would always have these negative thoughts. I would always tell myself, you are not an athlete. Why are you even working out? And I knew that I needed to change that because I could never reach my true potential if my identity was not aligned with my goal. So what I did is I forcefully put positive thoughts in my mind. I forcefully changed my identity. I would repeat myself, you are an athlete. That is very constant. And I'm not gonna lie to you. At first, it was delusional, but I added proof to this and my identity was rock solid. You must change your identity because if you don't, you will always swim upstream and it will always seem hard to work out. Now working out is a part of me and I don't even think about it because it is just normal. This is the point that you want to get to. Something that helped me a lot to stay consistent was to stay motivated, because if I'm being honest with you, I absolutely love motivation. I love to be driven to do something. So in order to achieve that, I made a list of every single thing that would happen to me once I would have a 10 out of 10 body, once I would get fit. I'd visualize the kind of woman that would be attracted to me. I'd visualize the way men would treat me, the way I would carry myself with confidence, the way I would look at myself in the mirror with pride and respect. I started to visualize specific moments in my life. For example, each year I go back to the father side of my family. I would visualize myself entering with a tight shirt on my arm, the way they would treat me, the way they would respect me. And I'm promising you, every single time I had the motivation to work out. Now let's talk about diet. When I was younger, I thought that it was impossible to eat healthy and tasty food. But you see, I was completely wrong. And this is the proof. This is a recipe that I cook every single day. It tastes amazing. It is very healthy. It is high protein. And so you just need to know how to cook the right food. Later in the video, I will tell you a pancake recipe that I cook every single day, so stay until there. One day I woke up and the first thing that I ate was red meat with avocados and a bit of olive oil. Later that day I started to work out and I just had the best workout ever. And the reason why was that I just ate high fat but good fat. And the good fat is the base of the hormone of testosterone. If you don't eat the good fat, your hormone will not be as high as possible. This is why we want to eat high fat in order to have the most testosterone possible. But you see, I ate a lot of fast food when I was younger. I ate a lot of McDonald's and all of that. And I would gain weight, but in fat. And that was not my goal at all. We do not eat McDonald's. We do not eat fast food because the whole industry is bad for you. It is completely fucked. We do not eat that. It is toxic food and it is poison. Keep that in mind. Another problem was that I didn't eat enough protein. I would eat 3 eggs in a day and I thought that it was enough, but it was simply not the case. I would work out, I would feel sore for 2-3 days and I always asked myself why. But the reason behind that was that I simply would break the muscle whilst working out, but then I wouldn't repair it by eating the right amount of protein. Ideally, you want to eat 0.82 grams per pound of body weight, but if you eat 10 eggs a day, if you eat meat every single day, I promise you'll be on the right amount of protein. Here's a pancake recipe that I do every single day. The recipe is 1 banana, 2 eggs and a half cup of oats. I put that in the blender, I blend it, then I put a little bit of butter in a frying pan, I put the mixture in the frying pan, and it just tastes amazing. It is fast, effective, high protein, and so it is perfect for you as an entrepreneur. This is my body transformation, and I want to show this picture because I'm proud of this transformation. I want to tell you that now my life is 5 times better at least. I can attract the kind of women that I want. I get the respect from men. I respect myself. And I'm far more constant. You are on a beautiful path. I can help you to achieve that faster. Go click the link in the description right now to have my one-to-one coaching. And I wish you a good day.